the story that is out there is that Raila Odinga is not feeling well, and he has been advised by the doctors to take a very good rest, to desist from doing these political rallies. Atulie kwanza, atulie kwa nyumba, mwili like mwili yake itulie. They have recommended that asikuwe active kwa siasa, because you remember this there was this anniversary the 20 years of ODM zilikuwa zinaendelea, and there was one that was planned in Mombasa which Raila was to attend. Unfortunately it had to be cancelled. At the same time kuna ile ilikuwa ya Kisii which Raila was to attend na hakuweza kuenda. So ameambiwa apparently sasa okay, what happened was that he was not feeling okay, and he was advised to desist from being active, nini apumzike. You know, Raila at his age miaka imesonga, is about 81 something, hapo 81 82, and when you get to that age there's a lot of things that happen even to your body that sometimes you for you to at least continue living long, you need to at least cut down on so many things. And you know, Raila being a politician, politicians are people who are so much active. They keep on moving all the time because politics is just I've been close to a politician, so I can tell you for free that it's never easy. People move a lot. There is a lot of so if you don't have that person mwenye anakuguide na kukuambia so that your mental state can be okay, unaweza enda very fast. But before I go into the details, I just want to, because I want us to look at what can really happen in the Kenyan politics, because let us face the facts. Raila is the heartbeat of Kenyan politics. Raila has been the heartbeat of Kenyan politics for a very, very long time. Whenever I hear that Raila is not okay, for me huwa naingiwa na baridi, because let us face it. We can lie, we can beat around it, but Raila is like the heartbeat of Kenyan politics. Raila anashikilia roho ya siasa ya Kenya hivi. Ameshikilia hivi. Yaani yeye ndio roho ya siasa ya Kenya. Sometimes we ask ourselves, what if Raila, because he's not immortal, one day God will decide na Mungu atamchukua. How will Kenyan politics be? Because we have to look at elements that Raila, places zenye Raila ameshikilia. Raila ameshikilia vitu mingi sana in this Kenyan politics. There are so many things. If Raila wasn't there, this country could have gone to the dogs kitambo sana. I know sometimes we criticize him when he's making some certain decisions, but at his age and the experience that he has had in politics, sometimes he makes decisions that are unpopular, that later people come and find out that indeed Raila knows what he's doing. Like what he did to do this broad-based, to do this handshake with William Ruto. The truth of the matter is, as much as we can sit here and criticize Raila Odinga for all the things that he has, for doing that handshake and everything and all this man of things, the truth is that thing really helped stabilize the country. Because let us face the facts. If the country could have gone that direction, right now maybe we could have been under military rule. And nobody wants the military rule. Unajua, these Gen Zs and millennials, most of them have never been to military, to a country. They have never been under military rule. And even if they have never been, but most of these people don't know, they have never seen countries that are under military rule. It is not a good thing. It is not a good thing at all. So yes, for me, I fault him in this sense. I fault him in the sense that whereby Raila has never wanted to be. There are so many opportunities that has been presented for him to be president, but he has never taken such opportunities. And one of them is in the 2022 election. So that is where I felt like Umze, he always takes us for a ride. He doesn't want to be president. You get? But in general, is Raila a good person in terms of, is Raila a statesman? Yes, Raila has been a statesman. Yes, we can brand him a con man, we can brand him all this man of things, but go back and reflect some of the decisions, some of the tough and the hardest decisions Raila has had to make for this country. He has made some sacrifices that I don't think many politicians will do it. Because like in 2007, that guy was rigged out of an election that he fairly won. The guy was rigged openly, and his win was taken. And those people around him, and those people who stole his election, were very bold and faced and told him there is nothing he can do about it. Despite the fact that the country went into chaos and people were all over in, Raila had to swallow all that in and say, for the sake of the country, I'm going to leave this thing. There are things I want you people to look beyond the tribe, beyond all these things that Raila Odinga owes Jini na nini. Let us do away with the tribe. Let us look at Raila as a person. Yes, we keep on saying that he goes into the government and for his own personal reasons and analipwa check. He's a politician. You know, Mimi, I've been close with politicians and being a realist. Me, I like to be real. This is politics. Don't blame Raila for looking after his own interests in some of these deals or in some of these things that he does. But look at the bigger picture. At the end of the day, he's a politician. He has to look after his own interests. Politicians look after their own interests. It is always like that. So there is no way you can be a politician and you don't, because every game has its rules. Every game has its own rules. Let us accept that. When you play football iko na rules zake. Your aim is to score. Whether you score umefunga na mkono, umefunga na mguu, umefunga na the referee is the one to decide whether that goal is legit or not. But your aim is to get the ball behind the net. So how you will get it behind the net, that is upon you. But as long as the decider of whether that goal is legit or not, it stands with the referee. Every game iko na rules zake. And there are some cheat codes in every game. So na niliwaambia that in this platform mimi sitaki tuanze kupigiana story mingi ati na nini. Nataka niwaambie, I want to break down politics. Nataka ni break down politics in a way that hata ule mama mboga ataelewa. Ndio msikuwe mnakasirikia wanasiasa so much. Of course there are things you should expect from a politician, and even you as a politician there are things I expect from you. As much as you are doing your politics, make sure you deliver to your people. Because at the end of the day, people want to live decent lives. People want to live lives that they are decent, that wanafurahia. So, as much as you are trying to do all these things, you are trying to outsmart people, you are trying to make sure make sure at the end of the day, you give back to the people. You get? So, let us wish Raila long life. Let us wish Raila long life. Because, trust you me, politics without Kenyan politics in the absence of Raila Odinga, it's going to be very, very chaotic. Because the politicians that are remaining, I don't see statesmen, I don't see leaders, I don't see politicians who can sacrifice their ambitions for the sake of the country. I don't see. So maybe God should give Raila Odinga a very long life. I know he is not immortal. One day a time will come when God will say, yes, it's enough. So, but before then, let us just wish Raila a long life. I saw people go into the comment section and write very outrageous things. I don't think in my entire life I will never wish something, not even something, I will never wish death on anyone. No matter how much I disagree with you. And for those people who follow me and listen to my content, I will never, even when our president keeps on making blunders, there are some levels as a person you should never go to. You get? Because the decider of taking life should be left, that duty should be left to God and God alone. So, we must analyze critically, ever since Raila has been active in the Kenyan politics, from way, way back, from the time he joined Kenyan politics and all the things, look at all his journey, you'll realize that as much as, yes, Raila has played a very critical role in bringing Kenya to where it is right now. The freedom that we enjoy, the freedom of expression, Raila is part of that thing. Raila is part of that agitation that has given us this freedom. The multipartism that we now enjoy, that people can open parties left, right, and center. That one has been, Raila is behind he was one of the people who fought for that. The constitution that we are now enjoying, that people had to pay with their dear lives, the constitution that now everyone is now quoting, that I have the right to assemble, the right to picket, the right to demonstrate, the right to access to information, the freedom of press, freedom of everything. All these rights in the article 7 of the Constitution, 37 of the Constitution, all these things. Why are we enjoying all these things? It's because there are people and some died for it. Raila was jailed for some of these things, but those are the sacrifices that they had to make for some of us to be where we are. The people like Koigi Wamwere, they are heroes. And yes, Raila is one of the people who are now who remain standing. Yes, sometimes he has made decisions like recently that people are not happy with, and people look at, no, Mzee, this, even me, I was disappointed. And I say this because I've been a fan of Raila for the longest time. And this time I'm telling you, and I can still say that, even if Raila convinced me to the ballot, I'll never vote for Raila Odinga again or William Ruto. Not because I hate them. It's because I feel like I don't see them into the future of Kenya. I don't see now them taking us where now these young people, because every year, every generation has its own champions who need to take them to the next step. But when it comes to now life and everything, when it comes to all these political, Raila is the heartbeat of Kenyan politics. Raila is the heartbeat of Kenyan politics. This is a man who has sacrificed a lot, and we owe him that. The Gen Zs might not get this, but we owe him that. If Raila wasn't the Raila, wouldn't have been even this expression, these things. You keep on saying that some countries like Tanzania, watu wamekaliwa, wezi ongea, Uganda, nini na nini, and you wonder why. It is because people like Raila here in Kenya took that sacrifice and suffered for that. And many were killed, many were tortured, many lost their lives. But now we have reached in a situation whereby as a country, we have politicians that are very, you remember Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, they are in the same government. One is a president, one is a deputy president, but they are going back and forth with each other. And no one ever lost their life in the process. That is the freedom that people like Raila fought for. That you can oppose the government and you're in the same government and no one will, you don't fear that tomorrow something will happen to you. Security you are given by the government, but you are able to move freely and do your own things and campaign against the government that you are in. The Ruto's president, how Ruto became the president should tell you something about our constitution and our freedom, because such things don't happen in any other country. They don't. You can never hear the deputy president. If I ask you right now, tell me even the deputy president of Tanzania, you don't know. The deputy president of Uganda, haujui. The deputy president of Rwanda, haujui. It's because those people don't have a voice. So, as a country, we owe Raila a lot in terms of wishing him well, in terms of praying that he gets better, in terms of praying that, because I'm telling you, if God forbid, if something like that was to ever happen, then Kenya will find itself in a very, very difficult situation. In a very, very difficult situation. So, Mzee deserves a good rest, and that rest, not even, he deserves ample rest. Anafaa apumzike, because kwanza at his age. And that's why I was saying that Raila could have just, he doesn't need to tell people that I've retired. Raila could have just taken a back seat pole in politics and start now guiding these young politicians. People like Babu Owino, Raila should come, sit down with them, talk to them, advise them. Because they are young, they are the one who are taking over. People like Akina Ndindi Nyoro, akae now aongeleshe. He should call even Gachagua, sit down with Gachagua, tell Gachagua, yes, I know you are bitter, I know you have issues with William Ruto, I know you have this personal scores, but you owe the country 1, 2, 3, 4 things, and there are some sacrifices you need to make for the country to stand. So Raila should now be doing such things. He should be looked at as that person that is not taking sides. He should sit down with William Ruto, talk to Ruto, tell him you are a president, and being a president, it comes with the following sacrifices: 1, 2, 3, 4 things. You get, so that these young politicians and those ones who are now getting into the space of, they are now becoming influential and now they are taking charge of the country, they can understand why this country needs to be united, that why personal interest should never supersede the interest of the country or the unity of the country. So that is what Raila should be doing as at right now, because I fear that if we don't have someone who to guide, because trust me, there is nobody who can guide these people. Only Raila can. We look like elders, like people like Akina Tuoli. They are not people. They are not, hakuna mtu pale. So let us wish Raila all the best, and I wish that Raila could now start seeing politics, could now start taking that backseat role, and now start now like engaging with these politicians, the current politicians, so that in case something happens and is normal, at least people will understand. Those ones that will be in power will understand that at the end of the day, the interest of the country should always come first. As much as you are pursuing your personal interest, the interest of the country should always come first. So let us wish Raila all the best, or quick recover, like Arudi, he regains his strength fully and everything. But at the same time, let us desist from seeing the things I was getting in the comment, because the things I was reading in the comment section of some of those videos, when it was said that Raila wasn't feeling well, I was so deep hurt. I was so hurt because we are losing so many. We don't need to go that direction. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. And trust you me, Mimi spend insults. I don't tolerate insults in my platform. If you know you are coming here to start insulting Raila Odinga, William Ruto, Nina Nini, please just desist, because I will delete that comment. Sorry for that. I will delete that comment, and I don't like it, because we want to create a space whereby people can disagree on ideas. Let us not disagree on ideas and you want to share it, you want to push it out by insulting someone. If you feel what I've said is wrong, just counter me in a respectful way. Nyambi, I disagree with you, and because of 1, 2, 3, 4 things. Because the aim of me starting this platform was for us to create a community of people who love this country and would like to discuss politics and everything that happens in the country, but in a sober manner. That is the goal. That has always been the goal. So kindly make sure you and make sure you follow me. Make sure you follow me. It is very, very important that you follow this platform. Yes, because the things we discuss here, you will never find them anywhere else. You know, there's these political analysts that they use so many. Wanatumia malugha mingi and so many. For me, I like to go direct to the point and tell you how things are. Sometimes I might offend you, sometimes naweza kufurahisha, but it is what it is. It is better I speak my mind and you also speak your mind, because we are building a community. So thank you. Till next time, I'll see you. The African